Hi, come on in, have a seat. If you'd like to join me to cure some curiosity and see what's going on in the empathic arena, there we go, and see what spirit support is coming through. I'm going to grab some scrolls here, and if you're new to me, I utilize the Inkblots, whether they're made in the name or the scrolls here, to ignite a meditative state. And you're welcome to join me to cleanse the palate, closing the eyes, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind, Divination awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. Let's see what comes through. Okay, there's something coming through about, oh, my nose is already getting all, so I'm seeing what's standing out is like an eagle or some sort of bird. It's majestic, and the wings not only come out, but then they go all the way down. This is, okay, they're covering a connection. So this might be somebody, sorry if I shook the camera, almost like a really big cake topper. If you've recently lost a guardian of some sort or someone around you really close where like they would have been at your wedding, it's like they're coming forward to say, I was there and I surrounded you both in this container of protection. And they're trying to protect you from any storms. Like, I don't know if that's, sorry, my nose is itchy. But that's how it's coming through. They were there at the wedding. They were absolutely there at the wedding. It's almost like it was supposed to rain, and it didn't. And they were like shielding you from a rainy day. And even if it did rain after, there's something about like this one moment in time throughout the ceremony or something. Could have even been snow. It might not be rain. But but it's like you know, like I'm so, you know, it's lovely that it rained or snowed. But for this, I'm really glad for this one moment it didn't. Maybe it was for your pictures, or maybe it was for something for the actual nuptials. But they were there. They were there for it. I'm going to move on over to the scroll if you don't mind. And I'm going to add on some tarot and oracle as well. They really have their eye on you. So whoever this is in spirit, for you, if you're resonating with the current nuptials or even like renuptials, I'm hearing. See how this, there's a big head, a big head there. They are still connected with you, and perhaps in the dreams, like the magician, can see how like this big head is here, and then there's a whole person. See if that lighting will allow it. It's like it happens in the dream state where they come through, and then I'm seeing like this big face that comes in out of the shadows or out of the dark, but it's really just like in your subconscious realm is where they connect to the most at this moment. And I'm seeing sunglasses, like they're so shiny. They're so shiny. If it is in any way I could extend the feeling, even as I'm like looking in the very typically dim lighting, but everything is really, really shiny. So like my eyes are sensitive to the light all of a sudden. And my cats, one of my cats are being weird. Yeah, and even, I know the magician works with many elements, but the fire is standing out. Light. Infinite light. Infinite light. The lovers. Yes. Perhaps. Okay, and it's landing right on that, what I'm seeing is like the nuptials, and like there's this, I'm really seeing it as a clear cake protector. So maybe you lost somebody recently that you were married to. So this could also be a spouse that you were married to and has recently passed on. Or is passed on general. Recent being a very, very relative term. Sorry, and I'm still very sensitive to the light, so I may not look up a whole lot. They always have an eye on you. And they're like like a genie in a bottle for you. They're trying to help make wishes come true. Knight of Cups. They're still your knight in shining armor, male or female. Give me a moment here, because this scroll and this card are really, really lining up. I feel like my vision's really blurry. Like, though I'm sensitive to the light, and maybe that has something to do with the way they passed, or when they were passing, the light was really, really bright and shiny. Like, I almost can't look directly at the camera, which is odd. Odd for me, anyway, in my own environment here. So bear with me. But this Knight of Cups, they still want to be your knight in shining armor and are creating with you. And the movie What Dreams May Come is coming through in regards to not so much the suffering, but in regards to the love, right, that they had for each other, the immense love. A lot of waterworks. Seeing like a lot of healing is still happening in the loss of this loved one. Almost like tears are piling up. That's how I'm seeing it, like they're piling up. And then I just heard a really curious thing, like paint by numbers. But you know how, like when you're a kid, maybe it's still, no, it's still a thing, like, but I'm seeing it from when I was a child, and they would have that tray of colors that you would get to paint on in your painting book or coloring book. But in order to activate the colors, you would need water. So you would always dip your paintbrush in water and then like moosh it around, and then you would get the color. That's what I'm seeing, that the tears could be activating the colors of your connection. King of Pentacles. I do feel like this is a male that has passed. I do. I feel like the female is still incarnate, and it's the male that passed. I'm hearing like I'm living like a king, so I can be your genie. Like there's something about gaining strength, and while they're in their temple space, they're still having fun. So like this personality is really playful, and even though he's like a mature man, he's like willing to play like cowboys and I don't know, just be really playful in this new playground, in this palace. It's like he's building a home for when I don't want to say come home, because I just heard you're home because I'm with you right now. But in this other reality, right? Realm of reality. That was a lot of cards, but I'll take a boo in a moment. 10 of Swords. Okay, this is bringing me back to that coloring of numbers, but it comes in with the Lovers and the Cake Topper of protecting from the smog of suffering. And that's what this loved one in spirit partner, it really is like somebody of a nuptials. And the burdens right now, but see all the light around this female? It's almost like in viewing you as the female, that's how shiny you are to this male spirit, to your husband, to your partner, to your best friend, to your soulmate, to your connection. It's like looking directly at you is very, very shiny. There's lots of healing going on. Paint by numbers. Allow the tears to fall. Yes, okay. Because the King of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Something about time. And on the bottom we have 6 of Wands. Thank you. I'm going to take a moment here if you don't mind. As always, thank you for the space held and the patience for me to share my insights. You guys are tied together, like in a soulmate connection. Your suffering is still his suffering. So this protective, like clear glass cake topper thing, and this magician, genie in a bottle feeling, it's to help you not hurt, to release some of the burdens, because I'm feeling you as such a blessing. The union of this incarnation was such a blessing. And if it was cut short due to competition or conflict with something, or even just life being cut short, it's like we're still tied together. We're still together. I'm still with you. And the bandages that are on this, they're right there. The bandages that are there are tied to him as well. It's like I'm healing with you. I'm healing with you. Yes, I too, the king here, can have a good time while in spirit. There's happiness there, and that's not meant to hurt. That's what he's trying to share. Please be happy while you're having your human existence. Please be happy, because I'm happy to be with you, and we will continue to heal. And something about time. I don't know how much time has passed. And you know what's interesting is I even just heard, it doesn't matter if it was 1 day, 1 year, 10 years, 100 years ago. When I think of that wedding day, it was like it was yesterday. It was like it was yesterday. It feels so endearing. Like I almost want to like get choked up like I'm watching a wedding. But I understand the feeling that someone can be happy and still hurting. And maybe that's the conflict. How can I be happy with this hurt? And this male spirit, gentleman spirit, is going through the same thing, just in a different density. Anxiety and storm warning. Okay, so this comes in with that cake topper thing, right? And that's what he is trying to protect you from this, the burdens of, to look at the blessings versus the burdens, to feel the blessings along with the burdens, even if they make you cry, because paint by numbers, watercolor. Sorry, I shook the camera. And when I say burdens, I don't mean actual, maybe, glorifying anyone's relationship and saying there wasn't any burdens. It's more so about feeling the grief and how big that feels, right? How big that can feel. I'm hearing the song Lady in Red. Lady in Red is dancing with me. Strategy. You might already have a journal going, or can write love letters to your one and only. I shouldn't say one and only, but that's how I'm hearing it, like to my one and only. And even if you decide to, at some point in time, re-engage, excuse me, like it's uncomfortable, right? Like re-engage to my one and only, and then I'm re-engaging. But in time, it will potentially be something that will be celebrated, because it's all about connectivity and still having more love. I hear more love, more love. And maybe this is some form of anxiety that if you do decide to move on at some point, is it going to create something, a hurt for your one and only? No, I'm not getting that sensation, because the sun's right here in the first chakra, one and only. It's okay. I may be one of your ones. But it's something funny about the one and only. Like, it might be an inside thing, like if you're writing love letters to help with the grief, or in a journal or something like that. And it's just really, it's really cute, and it's soulful. To my one and only. The name could be Michael. Is it standing out? But it, it's your first love, your first marriage, your one and only soulmate, the perfection of your life, and the way. Okay, that's really quite sweet. Just hearing that there's, more trees in the forest, and you're allowed to enjoy the beauty of others, because it's all connected. We're all connected. So if you're having any sort of anxiety about potentially moving on or re-engaging, know that, yeah, it could take some time to not compare or this, that, or the other in the land of widow. But I'm with you to protect you, because love is what will lead you versus lingering in the hurt, if that makes sense. But it's okay to be in the hurt, because I'm with you, and that's how you're going to move through it. I feel like I rambled completely on there, but that's how how stumbling it is, and even contemplating this. Visions of life beyond death. And that's beautifully what this spirit is saying better than myself, as I'm in the energy of the grief. Like, well, how could I possibly? And there's too many thoughts to consider. It's like, have life beyond my death, because I'm still living. It's just different. Thank you, Thomas. And this is Thomas. And then we have seeing the true you. They look down upon you, shiny. You're shiny, and they see you. They see your soul. They're not only attached to the life you just had together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're soulfully connected. They can soulfully see you. All right. Hey, Papa. You're handsome. All right. Closing out messages here. What do we have? Legacy of light. This is what's being asked to be left here in this message today. Their legacy of their life reflected upon as you see them and they see you, to be of light. And know that they are like right behind you. They are there. They are there. Restore and replenish. Take the time to heal. Take the time to contemplate, to I'm seeing like a caterpillar and a butterfly. If that's what needs to be done to help you come out and be willing to paint your life with the water of your tears. Have sun. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. I'm going to close out this message here. And I'm completely grateful and honored if you've decided to stay and resonate. And I'm always appreciative of your awareness. Links below to help a gal grow, and your patience with all the other little bumps here. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Tommy too. Hi.